Did Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs escape again? Oh, it sure feels like it, doesn't it? It feels like every time the Chiefs play a big game, a national televised game, a game where, the inches and details have to happen, it goes their way, and it went their way again today. The funny thing is, week one, they play the Baltimore Ravens. They win by a toe. Today, they play the Cincinnati Bengals, and we all know that, a lot of Bengal fans are still upset from the playoffs when a late hit on Patrick Mahomes win an advantageous way for the Chiefs, and then the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl. And now today, the pass interference, which I'm going to share my screen and show you, was something of a controversy because a lot of people thought, here we go again. The Chiefs are getting their way. Now, you can follow me on X here, but let's talk about the pass interference, which, by the way, I think is the correct call. I think the Chiefs got the call they really, really deserved. The guy was early to it. I know it was a bang bang play, and I know it feels like the Chiefs always get this call. But when you look at it over and over again, it does look like he was early. And I'm not a Chiefs fan, but you got to let the receiver catch the ball. But it feels like it keeps happening to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh boy. Sometimes they say it's better to be lucky than good. The Chiefs, well, they're both. They're good and they're lucky. Just going through, and this is with Patrick Mahomes going to be playing maybe one of his worst games of his season. 151 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. The Bengals defense looking really good. The newest weapon, Xavier Worthy, was kind of non-existent. Only Rashee Rice really came up really big from a receiving standpoint. They lost a fumble as well. And despite all that, the Kansas City Chiefs still found a way to win this game. And it feels like it always, 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 always do. God, man, if I was a fan of the Bengals here, I'd be like, is this team? The Bengals are 0-2 now, also. And this is horrible for them. We know how hard it is to come back from 0-2. So I wondered, let's look at some of the comments here on the pass interference, see what people say. Only happens to the Chiefs from Tony Jarjour, who's my dad. Shout out, Dad. This was quite literally the definition of pass interference, and anyone who says otherwise is salty about the Chiefs. I kind of agree. So you're not allowed to make a play on the ball. Okay, I guess if it was the other way around, it'd be okay, right? Nothing more for me to say. I agree. Honestly, defender was playing the ball, incidental contact, no flag, especially under a minute ago. I'm a Bengals fan out of my mind right now, but it's the right call. That rookie should be looking for a new job this week. I love how all right, done. He needs to be looking for a new job. You can't make pass interference on the most important play of the game. I do agree he was making a play on the ball. It's legit crazy how a defender, you can't play football 60% of the time. Wide receivers can always go for the ball. You didn't show when the pass interference happened. Hate the Chiefs. That's a pass interference. Poor play by the defense. 1-900-900-900 cry. Overall, I do think it was a pass interference. It was a good call. It was a call of the game. I know it changed the complexity of the game, but it was the correct call, and deal with it. You watch a lot of sports, the Golden State Warriors, when they were winning multiple championships, the Chicago Bulls, you name it, dynasties, the Patriots. It feels like a lot of these teams always get the late 50-50 call. And that's not because they're lucky. It's because they're good. They're always in those positions and always have situations where they can come out and just be in an opportune place to make the play of a day, get the call, and go about their day. But good for the Chiefs and good for Patrick Mahomes. I think the Kansas City Chiefs are the team to beat. Again, obviously, it's not really saying much because everyone knows that the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the NFL. They're the boogeyman. No matter what happens, you're going to have to face the Chiefs. And they did it again. Congratulations to the Chiefs. And Bengal fans, I'm sorry, you're 0-2. And at least in the AFC North, for the Ravens. You are 0-2 as well. Steelers 2-0. Browns, I think 1-1. So you got, I mean, you got some places you can make up some games, but it's just tough to be a Bengals fan. All right. So for me, I want to go through each and every game, kind of play just like what I like to call like a quick recap sentence game on each and every single NFL game that happened on the morning and afternoon slate. So and kind of go through them, highlight a key component, a pretty quick exercise. So we're going to start off the Seahawks at Patriots. The Seahawks look good. They're a team led by Mike McDonald's like revamped defense. I'm a Seahawks fan, so I'm a little bit biased, but overall the team is playing really good football. The defense seems fast. One funny thing to me was, though, I felt like Pete Carroll made a really bad, like really conservative call on fourth down there. And I said Pete Carroll on purpose because that's what it felt like when he went and kicked the field goal to send it to overtime. It felt like Pete Carroll, but I was okay with it. I think my theory behind that one is pretty simple. When you have a chance to go and win the game, yeah, you go win the game. But if they got that fourth down, they still had to go and find the end zone somehow. So there was not enough time to even find the end zone. Or there's enough time to find the end zone, but we don't know. There's no guarantee. Now take the 3 points, go and win the game. Saints, Cowboys, surprise of the day. How about them Saints? They took over Dallas. The fans, there's a lot of videos on social media circling around about how their fans literally just took over. But I am shocked. Derek Carr looks like he has swag. Alvin Kamara, 4 touchdowns. I feel like he's the first running back in decades that keeps being good no matter his age. And the Saints are 2-0, and I think so far they're the surprise of the NFL. Dennis Allen was a coach everyone thought was above his skis, and he was not going to be a good coach and not coach a good team this year. And here they are. The Saints are 2-0, and the Cowboys, well, I think it was just a bad day at the office in Jerry's world. I don't think much more than that. Buccaneers at Lions, 2 teams that played in the playoffs last year against each other. The Bucs was say, God, man, I thought the NFC South division was just going to be god awful. And if anyone was going to be 2-0, it'd be maybe the Falcons. You got the Buccaneers now 2-0. It's obvious that Baker Mayfield was in a just bad situation with the Browns and the Panthers, and the Rams gave him a nice opportunity to save his career, and he did. But Baker Mayfield played good. Aiden Hutchinson, by the way, on the Lions side, unreal what he did. I mean, 4.5 sacks. And if you remember here, I said to bet on the Sports on Tap betting show, Aiden Hutchinson to win, have the most sacks in the NFL. Colts, Packers. This one, if we'll talk a little more about betting on our betting show tomorrow. But I was all over the Packers +3. Like, there was no way to me that I knew something weird was up. The line seemed too small. Everyone was betting on the Colts, and the Packers won the game in the best way possible. If you have Malik Willis at quarterback, run the ball 32 times with Josh Jacobs. Not just that, they had a total rushing attempts of 53 rushing attempts. That's a way to control the ball game. All right, who do we got next here? And, guys, I'm going to actually share my screen for the rest of these ones so we can see what we're all looking at together. Jets at Titans. Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers. You just got your first ever win as a New York Jet quarterback. It was against the Titans. I don't know if the Titans are really bad or really good or what the heck they are, because Will Levis will make the best throw ever. He made one to Tony Pollard and went to Calvin Ridley today. That was unbelievable. And then he'll make the dumbest mistake ever. So I don't know if they're good or bad, to be completely honest with you. And the Jets, I think they're going to be all right. They just kind of need to get that monkey off their back or shoulder and get a win. You got the 49ers and Vikings. Weird game. The Vikings are good. There's a lot of teams in the NFL that can compete this year. Sam Darnold had one of his best games of his career, I would almost say. 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick, including that 197-yard bomb to Justin Jefferson. 49ers, they'll be fine. They have a lot of talent. Just a bad day in Minnesota for them. Giants, Commanders. I'm not going to say too much about this game. Good for the Commanders that you got your first win with Jaden Daniels at quarterback. But let's pump the brakes here. Both of these teams are bad, and Giants, you guys might be the worst team in the league. Chargers, Panthers, talking about bad. Holy moly, is Bryce Young bad. He's bad. He made some of the worst plays I've ever seen. He made the worst decision-making I've ever seen. I don't know who's going to be worse, him or Jamarcus Russell at this point. He went 18 for 26 for a total of 84 yards, which is 3.2 per attempt, one interception. It took only 2 sacks, but man, he is really, really awful. We got the Browns at Jaguars. I tweeted this out today. Is it time we have an honest conversation about Trevor Lawrence? I'm so sorry because I've been all over. This is the Jaguars' year. They're going to be good. Trevor Lawrence is going to take that next step up. People are jealous of him. They don't understand. It's either his offensive line is so broken that he can't do anything, or he is just going to be okay to middle quarterback and never be that elite prospect we saw. The Browns, on the other hand, their defense is also really good. That probably contributed a little bit to it. All right, another surprise of a day, Raiders-Ravens. Wow. Didn't expect this one. Raiders go to Baltimore and win the game. The Ravens are 0-2. This is panic time. The Raiders, on the other hand, I don't know what they're going to be. I think Antonio Pierce is a great motivator. I'm guessing Antonio Pierce really knows how to actually get the team rolling and get them pumped up and all this, and they took it out on the Ravens. Rams, Cardinals. All right, so Marvin Harrison Jr. Problems aside, right? We can throw those aside now. He was an amazing game. 4 catches, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Kyler Murray made one of the most spectacular plays of his season. The Cardinals might be frisky good, and Murray to Harrison is going to be a connection, one of the better connections in the league. And for the Rams, you just have too many injuries. I don't know if the Rams can recover from this. So many people had them a sleeper Super Bowl pick, but no, they have just too many injuries. Steelers, Broncos, that game was ugly. That's all I'm going to say. Bo Nix doesn't look very good. Nevo had 246 yards. They just cannot really do much with it. The Steelers, on the other hand, defense is really good. Just an ugly game. And then Bengals, Chiefs. I broke that all down at the beginning of this live show, so I'm not going to say much about that game. But those are all the games of the NFL this weekend. Great NFL weekend. It was fun to obviously watch some football, enjoy football. And then now it's almost time for Sunday Night Football, and give you guys a little prediction on that one. The Texans are going to win 30-24. Caleb Williams is going to have 3 touchdown passes on national TV, but CJ Stroud is going to outshine him and win the game. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the George on Tap, What's on Tap, Sports on Tap show, NFL post-game edition. On Sundays, most Sundays when I can, and I'm around the computer and I can record, I'm going to do this right after the games. And that way on Monday, there will be no live show just during football season. It'll be Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but there'll be clips out of this on Monday so you guys can watch. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.